What's up, guys? Before the video starts, I just want to say that this is my commentary and my actual gameplay. So if you would like for me to make a gameplay for you to make a commentary, just hit me up with my social media links, which are down in the description, and they're also gonna pop up on the screen right now for about 10 seconds. Okay? And if you want some of my gameplay, I can make you some. Just tell me what you want and your links, and I got you. Alright, enjoy the video. Hey yo, YouTube, what's poppin'? XavierTheMic back here with another video, but today I'm gonna be telling you guys the first time I got jumped. It was, I believe, yes, it was in 7th grade in middle school. I attended Morningside Middle School, but that's not exactly where I got jumped. Before we get into the depths of the story, I'm gonna back it up to stuff that previously happened. First off, these kids that I got jumped by, they were actually they were troublemakers. I didn't realize this. I was just with my friend. His name was Eli, and we were just at the school waiting for my dad to pick me up after school. Because if you don't know, whenever you're out of school, whenever you're in school and you don't go to your home school, buses pick you up from your actual school and take you to your home school. So my home school was Wedgwood, and we got taken to Wedgwood, and we were just waiting for my dad because I would take Eli home, and then we would go home. So after that, we were just sitting. We were just like those little railings. We were just sitting on it. We were just hanging on them, like it was nothing. Not to mention, I just got out of the hospital. The day before, I had just got to the hospital because I think they said it was my bladder had gotten larger or something like that, and it was hard for me to breathe. So it was something like that. So I was in the hospital. And it was literally the day I got out the hospital. Some random kids. We were just me and my friend Eli. We were hanging on the little set. It was kind of fun. Me and him would play a lot because my dad would take forever to get there. So we would just play to pass the time. And then my dad would take forever to come and get us. So it was just like whatever. What could we do? So we were playing games and stuff at other schools. We were doing challenges. And at one point, some random kids just walked up to us and they were like, "Hey, I heard you were talking some bull." And then I'm thinking to myself, I said, "I don't even know you." Apparently they knew Eli though. So they knew him, and I'm just like, "I don't know. I don't even know who you are, so I don't know what you're talking about." And they're like, "You know exactly what I'm talking about. Get down here and fight." And I'm just like, I didn't do it because I didn't know who they were. And so I'm guessing this was like some kind of gang initiation thing, because as soon as they said that, I was just sitting there chilling. I didn't even retaliate. I just ignored them. And so if that little rule, ignore a bully and they'll go away, didn't happen. I ignored him, made him even madder. The kid punched me in my right side of my jaw. And then another kid runs up, punches me on the other side of my jaw. It was just like a jumping, and I just couldn't fight back. I literally just got out the hospital. I fight back, I'm gonna lose because the next you know more of them are gonna come. So as soon as that happened, Eli was just sitting there looking at me like, oh And then my dad and them pull up eventually. I got mad at everything because as soon as they jumped me, they went and jumped another kid, and then they went and jumped the girls soccer team. So you could tell that this was not an okay matter. And you go and jump girls, that's just not okay. So after all this happened, they ran off, and then I went to the Wedgwood school office, and I called my mom and told her what happened. And so they all started calling the police and stuff. And and the police arrived, I had to explain what happened. And Eli knew these people, but he didn't know what they were doing. They came by and said, "What's up, Eli?" They shook hands and stuff, and then that's when they came back for me. I knew it was kind of suspicious when I saw them across the street, and they just started looking at me. I was just like, whatever. I just looked away, like I wasn't about to stare at them. If you don't just stare at strangers, you don't know. So I just stopped looking over there at him, and then whenever he looked, they came back over there. Then they did that whole jumping situation. So then that's when we fast forward back to when I was at the office. And then my dad and my uncle pull up, and my uncle crazy, not like psycho crazy, but we pull up, and he's like, "What happened?" And so I explained it to my dad, my mom, my uncle, and the police officer. And so they said, and then this woman pulled up and said she saw the cops. I guess she was coming to report a crime, which was exactly the same thing that happened to me. they jumped a girl that was just walking home. She asked the girl if she wanted to ride home. The little girl, I guess she was like strange danger. She said no. So she just walked home, but she just sat there on the concrete and cried because she got jumped by some wieners, should I say. I can't curse. So whenever all this happened, it was just like so dramatic, like tragic. I didn't even know what to do. I'm telling them my uncle's all like flipping out. He's like, I'm about to go find these people. Oh yeah, and the woman, she claimed, oh, I saw them walk in this direction. So my dad and my uncle run to the car. They hop in the car. And my uncle's like, we about to go find these A words. We're gonna beat the A words. And we're gonna get them mother effers and all this stuff. My uncle was ready to kill. He even said I might have to kill him. So whenever all this happened, it was just like, what do I do now? And so now, like, it's not just like I'm gonna be scared every time I see a black person. It's not like that. Not all people are the same. Hint, hint. Um, Whenever all this happened, my mom and I went home. My cousin, my uncle, and my dad, they went to find the kids, and they found them at some kind of pond. And when they got out the car and started going after them, the kids got up and they ran. And my uncle was like, yeah, don't bring your A word back here again. Don't come after my family. And stuff like that. And, like, it's good to know that your family's trying to protect you, but he's trying to go to jail. So these kids, eventually they were found, and we learned that they were troublemakers. They got kicked out of Wedgwood, and they were sent to juvie, but then they got out. Or it was alternative school, I'm not sure. I think they were released, and then they came after me with that stuff. And it was weird. Like, the only reason my friend Eli knew them, I'm not gonna say he framed me, is because he was homeschooled, and then he went to Wedgwood, and then he came to Morningside where I was, and that's when we met. And then now he's homeschooled again. But it was weird because in the beginning of the year, me and him we just didn't get along. I feel like that's how I made a lot of my friends. Like, I just didn't want to get talkative with them because I felt like they were weird just by they looked, and I feel completely bad for doing that kind of stuff now. But now I've basically like learned like you can't just judge somebody by their looks. It's like they were actually cool people. I actually like became best friends with him and cool things like that. And yeah, so once we got home and stuff, they got a call from the cops saying that they found the kids and that they were troublemakers and things. And whenever I told the people at the school what happened, they like Eli told them their names. I forget their names honestly. So he told them their names and they looked them up and stuff, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I remember these kids. They got sent to alternative school or juvie because they're troublemakers and stuff." So all after that, I'm just like, "Wow, how did they even get out?" So at this point, I'm nervous. Like, I'm still friendly towards a lot of people, but I'm not going to just judge people off of that one situation because it's not everybody's fault that people are that a word that is not undescribable. So yeah, that's my story about how I first got jumped. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm about to dip off the potato chip, and I'm out. Peace. Also, guys, I would like to make an announcement. Not really an announcement, but I'm thinking of making like a scheduled time, so like all my videos will be at the same time. So I will hit you guys up after I get all the details of that done. And be looking forward to some amazing videos. So like, subscribe, turn on my post notifications so you don't miss a new video. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.